Amitabh Tiwari, could this deflate the spirits of the opposition ranks? Already you're seeing KC Tyagi sounding quite disenchanted with the Congress way of functioning, and the fact that post-Karnataka, they thought they were winning. Now, in the build-up to 2024, the Congress strategists, Congress leaders, given this result, could potentially be so demoralized that they may actually end up conceding even before the match begins.
So timing is very important in politics. Now, September 13 was the last meeting of India Alliance Bloc. What was the mahal in the country at that point of time? That Congress party may actually win 2 to 3 states. So if these sequence of meetings were held, then probably India bloc would have seized on the momentum, because between May to September also they were seen driving the agenda. Seeing them form a coalition of 26, 28 parties, the NDA formed a coalition of 39 parties, correct? On the same day they had those meetings, etc. So they were seizing the momentum or trying to create a momentum and even driving the agenda. But for the past 3 months, this bloc has been absent, not working on the ground, not having meetings. The Congress, all the Congress leaders were not involved in campaigns. So at least the strategy part, the strategists could have discussed about the campaigns, the seat adjustments, etc. And that could have given them a headway, and they could have just announced it at least 3 to 4 months before the Lok Sabha polls. Now, when all the top guns come, it will be late December, as Sushmita ji is saying. And to set the context of the India Alliance, there are 185 seats in which regional parties and BJP were number 1 and number 2. The vote share lead of BJP is 7%, and the party which was third got 7% average vote share. Congress was third in 88 of those seats, and here is where the India Bloc Alliance can create an impact. But for that, Congress will need to rescind its claim on all these 88 seats.
Is the Congress willing to do that, Lavanya Balal, where you know that you have no hope? For example, in the seats where Sushmita Deb comes from in West Bengal, the Congress doesn't have a hope of beating the BJP or the Trinamool. Will you be now willing to accept that let's fight where we can? Let Sushmita, let the Trinamool, let Mamata Banerjee lead where they are more capable than us. The Congress needs to be very realistic. Otherwise, Ajay Alok will be laughing all the way to the next Lok Sabha.
Well, Rahul, I think that is the basis of the India Alliance, isn't that? Isn't it? I mean, we are aware of our strengths. We are aware of our alliance partners' strengths as well. And our alliance partners will not sit back quietly and let us roughshod over them. They are very mature politicians, like I said, and they will have their say and they will have their space as well. So there is no question of Congress ignoring the alliance partners' demands. We are aware of our limitations. We are aware of our strengths. We are aware of our alliance partners' strengths and limitations as well.
The one concern from a BJP perspective, Ajay Alok, would be that if everybody starts taking for granted or taking as a given that the BJP is going to win, and that's something that I know Amit Shah has told me many times, the Home Minister himself is very concerned about, is that the Karyakarta shouldn't feel that we've already won. It worries him more than anything else. He wants them to feel that, okay, we need to fight, there's a tough fight. Could there be a risk of complacency potentially settling into the BJP ki ye to jeet gaye? This is a done deal.
There's no question of complacency, Rahul, because the moment elections are over, our Karyakartas get into the mode of the next election. We are a 24/7 running party. We are not a party who takes leaves or breaks. Now, let me tell you one perspective which you guys are, I don't know, you are deliberately ignoring, or I guess the India Alliance is deliberately ignoring for sure. But I don't know why journalists are not doing that. In Himachal, when we lost to Congress, the vote share was less than 1%. Now, in Karnataka, where we lost to Congress, it was not our loss because our vote percentage remained the same. Congress ate up Deve Gowda's party. That was one regional Shatra. In Telangana, our vote percentage rose from 6.5 to 14%. Congress went up from 19% to 42%, but Congress ended up eating BRS, another regional party. So thinking in the Congress party is very clear. Until if they have to stand against BJP, they will have to eat regional Shatraps. And that's why this India Alliance is in a jittery. That's why Akhilesh Yadav, spokesperson just before another program he was telling, that we are in a way happy that Congress has lost in 3 states. It will make India alliance better. That's what Mamata Didi is also afraid. What happens if we leave Congress and Congress decides to go alone, and the whole minority consolidation goes into favor of Congress? This is the same fear in Uttar Pradesh. Congress, with the pan phenomena of minority consolidation, winning the appeasement race by all regional Kshatraps in Karnataka and in Telangana or elsewhere also, where all the minority appeasement is happening, the regional Kshatraps are having jittery moment because Congress is going to eat them, and Congress think tank knows this very well, that unless and until we eat these regional Kshatraps, Congress is not going to stand in front of BJP. This is the story.
केसी त्यागी, हम पढ़ रहे हैं कि कुछ कांग्रेस के जो चाहने वाले हैं उन्होंने कहा कि चलिए अलग ही लड़िए, वही बेहतर है, क्योंकि कम से कम लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए पार्टी तो रिवाइव होगी। अगर आपने जैसे कहा कि जेडीयू को और आरजेडी को बिहार में जगह दे दो, अखिलेश को उत्तर प्रदेश में जगह दे दो, ममता बनर्जी को पश्चिम बंगाल में जगह दे दो, तो कांग्रेस तो खत्म ही हो जाएगी, फिर तो सिमट जाएगी।
देखिए राहुल जी, अजय आलोक मेरी बात को यस करेंगे। 2014 में जेडीयू एनडीए से अलग होकर चुनाव लड़ा, हम सिर्फ 2 सीट जीते। 2019 में हम एनडीए में आ गए, 17 सीटें हम लड़े हैं। सिटिंग एमपी 15 सिटिंग एमपी बीजेपी ने अपने टिकट काटे और हमको दिए। आज हम 16 एमपी हैं। एक दूसरा, कांग्रेस पार्टी 2 बार से मेन अपोजिशन पार्टी नहीं है, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी को तय करना है कि पहले उन्हें सर्वाइव करना कि रिवाइव करना। मेरा मानना भी तो सर्वाइवल करो भाई, आप रिवाइवल बाद में कर लेना। आज और ये अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी का एरा नहीं है, इनसे ज्यादा धन दौलत नहीं है, इनसे ज्यादा वर्कर नहीं है, इनसे ज्यादा पॉपुलरिटी नहीं है, इनसे ज्यादा वर्कर काम करने वाले नहीं है। ये हम 1 लाख चीजों पर डिसएग्री करते हैं बीजेपी से। अभी अजय आलोक जी ने 2-3-4 आरोप लगाए, इन पे तो और भी ज्यादा आरोप हमारे लगते हैं, लेकिन जो रियलिटी है उसको फेस कीजिए। हमने अब बिहार का मैं बताता हूं, हमारे लालू प्रसाद जी के 15 साल से अजय आलोक गवाह हैं, सोशल रिलेशनशिप भी नहीं थी, बोलचाल भी नहीं थी, लेकिन जब हमें लगा कि हमें सर्वाइव करना है तो हम लोगों ने गठबंधन किया। कांग्रेस पार्टी से हमारी पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी लड़ाई थी, उसको छोड़ा हमने नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म को। सीपीआई एमएल जो कहते हैं कि पॉलिटिकल पावर कम्स आउट फ्रॉम द बैरल ऑफ ए गन, उनके साथ हमने अलायंस किया। और अजय आलोक जी बैठे हैं यहाँ पर, हमारा इनका बहुत कड़ा मुकाबला होगा। वह किसी का
आप बोल रहे हैं कड़ा मुकाबला होगा, कुछ तो कंस्पिरेसी थ्योरी चल रही है कि नीतीश कुमार काफी अब परेशान हो चुके हैं कांग्रेस से और वापस एक बार सोच रहे हैं कि बीजेपी के पास ही चले जाएं। ऐसी भी आपने सुना होगा कि नीतीश कुमार शायद अपनी जो ट्रीटमेंट है उसके लिए बाहर जा सकते हैं। ऐसी बिहार के राजनीतिक गलियारों में त्यागी जी खूब चर्चा हो रही है।
ऐसा है राहुल जी, नीतीश कुमार ऐसी बाजार में कुछ होती है, कनॉट प्लेस है, कैसी हॉट प्रॉपर्टी है कनॉट प्लेस की, उसके रोज दाम बढ़ते हैं। सो हिज नीतीश कुमार, उसकी जो पॉलिटिकल वैल्यू ऐसी है, इफ ही गोज विद बीजेपी, बीजेपी की बन जाएगी, इफ ही गोज विद आरजेडी, आरजेडी की बन जाएगी, उसकी यूटिलिटी है। लेकिन ऐसा कोई हमारे दिमाग में नक्शा नहीं है दैट वी विल गो बैक टू एनडीए। नाउ अवर गुड बाय टू अवर फ्रेंड्स ऑफ एनडीए, वी विल हेयर। और इसको चाहते हैं मजबूत बने, और चाहते हैं इतना मजबूत बने कि 272 का आंकड़ा हम लोग पार कर जाए।
Post the results in these assembly elections, Amitabh Tiwari, do you really think the Congress adds much? Is it possible to quantify the vote share they could add to the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh or to the Trinamool in West Bengal? What's your best sense? Given this drubbing in the heartland, how much could the Congress possibly add to its allies?
See, in this 185 seats, it could add anywhere between 5 to 7% vote share to the allies. However, the question is the other way, the reciprocity of this does not happen with Congress. Can a Trinamool Congress transfer votes to Congress party in a Madhya Pradesh?
Why can't they? Why can't they? What's the problem?
Because they don't have any votes here. 99% of their vote share was only from West Bengal in 2019.
No, but in West Bengal, on the seats that Sushmita does give Lavanya, there they'll transfer their votes. It didn't happen in UP between SP and BSP.
See, there they will transfer, but again, that benefit is limited to West Bengal. It is not a pan-India benefit which Congress gets from this alliance. Samajwadi Party, does it have any vote, I mean significant vote outside of UP? No. So that's one question. Tyagiji mentioned about survival and he explained it very beautifully. But see, survival is one of the sharpest instincts of human beings. But if survival is the key reason for any bloc coming together, then it dilutes in front of the public the larger objective of these parties coming together. Then the public gets the message that they have joined hands for survival and not for good governance.
This is an important point, and I think, Ajay Alok, that's the primary USP that the BJP has, that these allies are coming together hoping that they'll be able to do some arithmetic by joining hands. But the fact is they don't have the face of a Modi, they don't have the credibility, they don't have a common program. Therefore, they don't have much to take to the voters to make the voters feel that there is much value that they add.
See, there is no question of Prime Minister's credibility. It is all Modi all over in the country. There is no doubt about it. But as a party, we do think and we do retrospect. And on these polls, we are retrospecting that though we have increased our vote share from 7% to almost 14%, 6.2% to 14% in Telangana, but Congress is still way ahead, 42%. So we have to work in that case because we are fighting a war of 50%. Like in Madhya Pradesh, our vote share has gone up to 48.9% in Vidhan Sabha. Last Lok Sabha election, we crossed 50%. So our target is to strengthen ourselves. If we strengthen ourselves, our enemy will weaken themselves. We don't have negative energy to work on the enemies. We will strengthen with the positive energy to strengthen our party, how we should gain our vote percentage, how our organization should be more strengthening. We have started identifying the booths where we polled less than Congress. Now we'll introspect why we polled less than Congress. What was the reason? How we can improve it. So all these are the constant processes.
And in the midst of all of this, Sushmita Deb, does it trouble you that there is this report that Rahul Gandhi seems to be going off to Southeast Asia for a week in a pre-planned, he's saying that he's meeting some Indian diaspora people, but essentially for all practical purposes, it's a holiday. Does that concern you that Messrs. Modi and Shah are doubling down, seeing what needs to be done, and the Congress leadership doesn't seem to have the same kind of stomach for a fight?
No, I don't want to comment on where Rahulji is traveling. That's his business. But, I do want to say that before the India Alliance came together and started doing the meetings, there was a huge feeling in the country, the anti-BJP bloc of voters. Let's not forget that the Bharatiya Janata Party in the last Lok Sabha election had 30% or so votes. So 60%, 60+% vote share was not with the BJP. And that was the genesis of entering into this alliance. So let's not undermine the power of the fact that people like Nitish Kumarji, Mamata Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwalji and the Congress party have come together to think how to fight this election better. And also, please don't forget that the record of the Bharatiya Janata Party with their alliance partners is rather dismal. They generally tend to swallow their alliance partner. So in that backdrop, India Alliance came up with a vibrant alternative. But I will agree with Tyagi ji that 24 needs a better strategy, faster working pace amongst partners, because please don't forget Nitish Kumarji, Mamata Didi, they're all chief ministers. So you can't expect that in 24 hours or 48 hours notice, they're going to turn up at a meeting. So these are the teething problems. But I still feel there's a lot of wisdom in the India Alliance, and the BJ party should realize that they do not have more than 50% share of the votes. It is parties like Trinamool, RJD, Shiv Sena, etc., along with the Congress that holds the major vote share in the nation.